I am Sasha Sanchez, and this is a report about mud puppies. This thing right here. Mud puppies are mud puppies are consumer carnivores that look like axolotls, but they are not related to them, even though they look like them. Took me a second to figure that out. Mud puppies have red external gills that they grow as larvae. They also have sharp teeth that they will use if they get attacked. Their diet consists of worms, other mud puppy eggs. They probably wouldn't be so extinct if they didn't cannibalize each other. Mollusks, even a salamander, and mosquito eggs. They're not picky eaters though. They'll eat anything they get their paws on. I hated that pun. I hate it so much. Why did I add that in? Okay. Well, without the mud puppy, water moss populations would most likely go up since crayfish populations would go up since nothing would be eating them. No, the water moss would most likely go down because there would be more crayfish eating them. That's what I meant. The mud puppy is important because it needs to keep animals like crayfish to a limit, and also needed for the water snake to live since they eat mud puppies. And if the water snake dies, then everything after the water snake would most likely perish pretty fast. Yeah, they'd just be eradicated one by one. Not very good at all. How to protect it? We could possibly take a few of them out of the ecosystem until we can breed them until the species can survive on their own. Or we could take a few eggs out of the ecosystem until the young could fend for themselves. This is a food web. A food web is a bunch of food chains put together, and food chains show how energy is transferred within an ecosystem. Also, things like a food web and food chains are like the energy pyramid. The energy pyramid is a pyramid that shows the flow of energy in an ecosystem, kind of like a food chain, like that. This food web starts with the sun. Yeah, sun. And it goes to the bacteria, which is the first trophic level. It goes to bacteria, algae, and moss, which photosynthesize it by using photosynthesis to getting energy because they cannot get it on their own. They need those things to live, or else they will die. And then those things, their energy gets passed on to the second trophic level worth of things. The first trophic level is producers, and the second trophic level will be the herbivores. The herbivores eat plants, just plant life. They don't eat meat because their digestive systems cannot go with it or something like that. Like they cannot process it within their diet because it will not go through. It just you wasted energy. And the plants that those second trophic level eaters eat breathe out carbon dioxide, which is an example of chemosynthesis. A chemoautotroph is one of those animals that one of those things like bacteria that use things like carbon dioxide to live. They're like producers too. They take in H2O and then not H2O. That's water. they take in air and then they take out carbon dioxide. No, they take in carbon dioxide and take out oxygen. And the second trophic level eaters go to the third trophic level eaters, which are the carnivores. Oh, I need to. Second trophic level eaters are like crayfish. And crayfish. And they go to the third trophic level eaters, which are the mud puppies. And the mud puppy eggs actually are one thing that they eat. They don't really need a branch. They don't need a branch. That looks backwards on the camera. I know that. I don't know why I put it up. It's just to show a model of it. I tried. I tried. And then the fourth level trophic eaters are the omnivores like water snakes, raccoons, foxes, skunks, hawks, eagles, cougars, wolves, and then those go to the decomposers, which are detrivores, which are like worms and wood lice. And then there are also scavengers, which are like vultures, and they just go around trying to find food wherever they can get it, which is pretty straightforward. It's really straightforward, actually. Pretty easy to understand whenever you know everything. These are my sources. My sources is the BerkshireMuseum.ct.org, and its author is Xanis Crane. Portal.ct.gov its author is the Bureau of Enterprise Systems and Technology. My third source out of 4 is MarylandZoo.org, and its author is City of Baltimore. And my photos, the photo that I used in the beginning was by Andrew Hoffman. That was my report on the Mudpuppy. I hope I get a good grade.